A little bit of a night before Christmas vibe. The NFL schedule in its totality comes out tomorrow, and we already have our first leak. Now, this is not official, but Dave Mahler, who works on the radio in Seattle, says that the 49ers and Seahawks will be playing up in the Pacific Northwest to open the season. That would be on September 7th, 49ers at Seahawks. So it'd be Brock Purdy against Sam Darnold, who's now Seattle's quarterback, if this is true. It's all part of the fun of the schedule reveal. That is our first nugget. Many more coming over the next 24 hours. So stay tuned and enjoy this 49ers update. I was on assignment today. 49ers update from beautiful downtown Bowling Green, Kentucky. Why, you might ask? Well, because one of the newest 49ers, Upton Stout, went to college here at Western Kentucky University, and I'm on assignment getting the background story on Upton Stout. It's a good one. Stay tuned. I've got some exclusive footage that they gave me at WKU, the home of the Hilltoppers. But first, we got to talk about the 49ers schedule, which is going to come out on Wednesday. First off, the 49ers will not have an international game, very unlike the Vikings, who are playing back-to-back international games, one in Dublin, one in London. That's the first time that's ever happened. I get the feeling the NFL is experimenting, seeing how a team will do in 2 weeks overseas, because I think the NFL ultimately wants to put a division in Europe. Once they could have 4 teams over there, they could have a little pod, and those teams can obviously play teams that are based on the North American continent who are going to stay over in Europe. I think that's probably still at least a few years away, but we're getting closer and closer to it with the Vikings headed to Dublin, Ireland, and then obviously London in the UK. But the 49ers, they've actually got the easiest schedule in football this year by the numbers. And we already know the opponents. Now, we don't know how easy the travel for San Francisco is going to be, but when the schedule does drop on Wednesday, I can just recap the opponents. Obviously, all of the divisional teams. Then they have the Atlanta Falcons at home. They've got the Carolina Panthers at home. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be coming to Levi's Stadium. So will the Tennessee Titans and Caleb Williams' Chicago Bears. The 49ers road trips will be to the NFC West cities, plus to Cleveland, to Houston, to Indianapolis to face the Colts, to New Orleans to face the Saints. That's probably the most fun road trip when you talk about the social scene outside the football game. Well, maybe not. New Orleans, New York. They're also going to New York to play the Giants. Now, technically, New Jersey, but we're not staying in New Jersey. We're going to be staying in Manhattan. What do you prefer, New Orleans or New York? Because they're headed to play the Giants at MetLife Stadium, and then also Tampa Bay to face the Buccaneers. So those are the opponents by record, by combined winning percentage in 2024. It is the easiest schedule in the league. The 49ers have just over 28,000 travel miles, 28,363 to be exact. That is the 5th most in the NFL. It's an improvement from last year when they had the 2nd most travel miles in the NFL, behind only the Seattle Seahawks. But the way this works is that if you're based on the West Coast, of either far west or far east coast, so northwest, southeast, Jacksonville's in the southeast, you're likely to have the most travel miles. That's why Seattle is consistently in the top 3. This year, it's the Chargers with the most at 37,000 travel miles, because I think they're going down to Brazil, to South America. So that adds on quite a bit. The Rams are second with 34,800 travel miles. The Seahawks have 31,000. Jacksonville's at 29,006, and the 49ers are at 28,363. So it actually works out decently favorably for the 49ers this year when it comes to travel, because you're never going to be low on that mileage list if you're a West Coast team, and they don't have to go to Europe. They don't have to go to Mexico. They might have an international game in 2026, but now we're going to wait to see how the schedule works from an East Coast trip standpoint. Will they have back-to-back East Coast trips? Are they going to stay over outside of the Pacific time zone? Those are all the things that come out with the schedule, but we know the opponents. It's a last place schedule. Those typically are a little bit easier schedules. So the parity, the system of the NFL to emphasize and to promote parity should help the 49ers in 2025. The rest of the details are going to come out tomorrow. Anyway, I'm here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. We could spin this around. We could take a little look around this town square. They have a great coffee shop here. Some of the biscuit sandwiches in Kentucky. I mean, low-key, good food. Some of the best avocado toast I also had. I ate well here. Now I'm gonna have to head on back down the road to Nashville. But I did have a chance to talk to Tyson Helton, who's the head coach of Western Kentucky University. And we're gonna have a big piece coming out on Upton Stout, the 49ers defensive back, third-round pick who probably had the best post-draft reaction call that we have seen. I mean, it was awesome. His excitement was off the charts. So Upton Stout, I had to come up here to Western Kentucky, not a far drive from Nashville, to get the intel for you guys. And they supplied me with some good footage that I think that we'll play right after this. Now, a little bit about this town, Bowling Green. It's, what, an hour and 20 minutes north of Nashville. They got this beautiful town square. Western Kentucky University, the Hilltoppers, they're known for that. They're also known for Corvettes here. This is where all Corvettes have been manufactured in the U.S. since 1981. They also have some nice caves. I guess that's might be a national park. Supposedly worth checking out here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. They're known for Corvettes, they're known for caves, and maybe they'll be known for Upton Stout, the 49ers' new DB. This is a little sneak peek at some of the footage that we got from Western Kentucky. We'll be sure to feature a lot of this when the full interview with Tyson Helton, the Western Kentucky head coach. It was phenomenal stuff. When that full interview about Upton Stout comes out, we'll feature a little bit more of this B-roll. But here's a sneak peek. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and be ready for some of this in-depth 49ers draft content.
That's how they call it. There you go. I like that. You go from here. Can you turn and still get two crossovers and two shuffles? Let's get it. Here we go. Ready. Ready to go. Boom. Get out. Other way. You good? You're trying to be quick. Don't worry about that quick. God gave you that. You got me? So once I'm here, boom, and then open back up. Ready. Ready to go. Get out. There you go. Nice, man. That's pretty. Money. Ready? Yeah. Go. I'll be out of high point. We'll get Get it. Trying to receive him.